Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, could be on the verge of a truly vile and perilous decision. He could decide to leverage Selina Wu's Lydia Look, blackmail information against Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, which could prove to be very dangerous as Curtis prepares for a crucial meeting with a powerful congressman. He plans to turn this situation into a strategic advantage in his quest to bring Drew down. Drew might just flip the script, especially with the advantage Selina Wu, Lydia Look, has recently gained. Brad Cooper, Perry Shen, made a deal with Selina, providing her with evidence that Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, tampered with lab results at GH. This situation traces back to Portia's efforts to undermine Heather Weber's, Allie Mills' chances of freedom. With this newfound power, Selina could soon find herself in a position to collaborate with Drew. Let's not overlook that Drew approached Selina seeking information on Curtis, and she appeared intrigued, provided their arrangement benefits them both. If Drew can offer Selina something enticing, she would undoubtedly be able to provide him with proof of Portia's missteps. With Portia's job and career hanging in the balance, this presents a golden opportunity for Drew to gain the advantage over Curtis. It's evident that Curtis would go to great lengths for his cherished wife, meaning Portia's mistake could have repercussions for their family that extend far beyond the immediate situation. While Selina might have her own requests, Drew is also prepared with a plan to counter the schemes Curtis is devising against him. As Curtis seems poised to secure a victory and take down Drew, a surprising twist may be on the horizon. Drew could unleash a shocking threat, leveraging blackmail information from Selina. He warns Curtis that if he faces consequences, Portia will suffer alongside him. The rivalry between Curtis and Drew is set to escalate, especially if Selina's intel from Brad comes into play. Our forecasts suggest that both men will engage in daring maneuvers against one another, but Drew's actions are expected to be particularly shocking. According to upcoming spoilers, Curtis and Portia will soon receive some grim news, so keep your eyes peeled for what's next. The wording "grim news" and Drew working with Selina sure seems to indicate that Portia and Curtis' lives could wind up being in danger. Could Drew really have become that evil that he's making deals with devils? It certainly would appear so, considering he's in cahoots with Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota, over the Esplanade deal as well. Is Drew biting off more than he can chew, endangering himself as well? He should know better than to trust people like Sidwell, and Wu. Port Charles is about to be rocked by a shocking revelation as Drew Kane's, Cameron Matheson, hidden agenda comes to light, and Selina Wu, Lydia Look, plays a dangerous game of blackmail that could destroy Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner. As alliances shift and betrayals are exposed, lives will be forever changed, and some may not survive the fallout. Drew's dark descent. A man on a mission. Drew Kane has always prided himself on being a man of honor, but recent events have taken a toll on him. After losing control of Aurora Media and suffering repeated betrayals by those he once trusted, Drew has reached a breaking point. No longer content with playing the good guy, he has been quietly orchestrating a plan that could bring down some of the most powerful figures in Port Charles, starting with Curtis Ashford and Selina Wu. Unknown to many, Drew has been secretly working with an unknown benefactor who has been feeding him information about various criminal activities in Port Charles. His ultimate goal? To take down everyone who had a hand in his past misfortunes, whether they deserve it or not. Drew's descent into a more ruthless version of himself is largely driven by his growing resentment toward Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and those aligned with him, including Curtis. Despite their past friendship, Drew blames Curtis for turning a blind eye to Selina's operations, which ultimately played a role in Drew's downfall. Selina's blackmail scheme. A dangerous gamble. Selina Wu has always been a master manipulator, and this time is no different. Having acquired some highly incriminating information about Curtis, she is ready to use it to her advantage. The intel in her possession ties Curtis to a covert deal with law enforcement, one that he made in an attempt to rid the Savoy of Selina's influence. If exposed, it could not only ruin Curtis' reputation, but also put him in serious danger with both the authorities and the criminal underworld. Knowing that Curtis is desperate to protect his family and business, Selina presents him with an ultimatum. Either he continues allowing her to operate illegal gambling at the Savoy, or she will expose his betrayal to those who won't take kindly to his double-dealing ways. Curtis is caught in a no-win situation. With his marriage to Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr already on shaky ground. The last thing he needs is another scandal. But Selina isn't giving him much of a choice, especially since she has a surprising new ally in her corner, Drew Kane. Drew and Selina's unholy alliance, a pact with the devil. Despite his previous efforts to be on the right side of the law, Drew has been slowly slipping into dangerous territory, and Selina sees an opportunity to use that to her advantage. Recognizing Drew's growing disillusionment with his former allies, Selina makes him an offer: help her solidify her power in Port Charles, and in return, she will give him access to valuable resources that could help him reclaim what he has lost. Drew initially resists the temptation, but as he learns more about Curtis' secret deal with the authorities, he begins to view his former friend as just another pawn in the game. If Curtis was willing to betray someone, what's stopping him from doing it again? With that thought in mind, Drew strikes a deal with Selina, fully aware that he's crossing a line he may never come back from. Curtis' world crumbles, Portia's fury and Jordan's intervention. As Curtis struggles with Selina's blackmail, his marriage to Portia reaches a breaking point. Portia has always distrusted Selina and warned Curtis about getting involved with the criminal underworld. When she finds out about his secret deal with law enforcement, and that it's now being used against him, she explodes with anger. Feeling betrayed and heartbroken, Portia questions whether she can continue to stand by Curtis, especially when it becomes clear that his actions have put their family at risk. At the same time, Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, steps in to offer her help. Still deeply connected to Curtis, Jordan refuses to let him go down without a fight. But even she may not be able to undo the damage that has already been done. Drew's reckoning, Carly and Jason's wake-up call. While Drew is consumed by his plans, he fails to realize that he's not as untouchable as he thinks. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, begins to notice the changes in him, and she doesn't like what she sees. As someone who has always believed in redemption, Carly tries to pull Drew back from the edge, but he dismisses her concerns. However, the real game-changer comes when Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, returns to town. Jason has always been the voice of reason for Drew, even when they were at odds. When Jason learns of Drew's alliance with Selina, he immediately sees the danger in it and warns him that he's playing a game he can't win. Drew, however, is too far gone to listen. He believes that this is his moment to reclaim his power, and not even Jason's warnings can stop him. But what Drew doesn't realize is that Jason isn't the only one keeping an eye on him. Sonny's retaliation. The battle lines are drawn. Sonny Corinthos has remained relatively neutral where Drew is concerned, but that changes when he learns of Drew's involvement with Selina Wu. Feeling betrayed by Drew's actions, Sonny decides it's time to remind him who truly runs Port Charles. While Sonny has always had a soft spot for Carly, that doesn't mean he will tolerate Drew's growing ambitions, especially when they threaten his own interests. With Jason back in town, Sonny begins formulating a strategy to counteract Drew's moves, setting the stage for a potentially deadly confrontation. Curtis' fate. Can he escape the trap? Curtis struggles to find a way out of Selina's grip. He realizes that he may have only one option left, going to Sonny for help. But doing so comes with its own risks, as Sonny may demand something in return. At the same time, Curtis must face the possibility that his marriage to Portia is beyond saving. With the walls closing in on him, he is forced to make a desperate choice that could determine whether he survives this ordeal, or becomes another casualty of the mob wars brewing in Port Charles. Final shocker. Who is really pulling the strings just when everyone thinks they have figured out the major players in this game? A shocking twist changes everything. It turns out that Drew's mysterious benefactor, the one who has been feeding him information, is someone no one expected. Could it be an old enemy from his past, or someone much closer than he realizes? And with Selina continuing to tighten her grip on Port Charles, one thing is clear: the battle for control is just beginning, and not everyone will make it out alive. What happens next with Drew's sinister plan in full motion? Curtis fighting to save himself, and Sonny ready to retaliate, Port Charles is about to be thrown into chaos. Will Drew realize the cost of his actions before it's too late? Can Curtis find a way to break free from Selina's blackmail? And who will be left standing when the dust settles? One thing is certain: nothing will ever be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.